I'm about to explode. Adding to the CSI caseload. Drop the beat like you're spinning at a rap show. Use a stone hoe so we can start the week grow. Then cue the intro, let D and H flow. Hello gamers, this is D and H, and right there, I'll fill that in for you if you saw that in the time lapse. Hello. It's been a little while. I know that, and there's some good reasons for it. Well, it feels like it's been a while. It has been a while. First of all, it's been a really long time since I've been talking in one of these things. The last episode I did, episode 15, I said I was going to build a tower, and I don't know why I didn't think at that point about doing it in a time lapse. I made these sideways in case that didn't get shown, but anyway. But I thought, hey, I'll do it in a time lapse, so I put up a time lapse. I had been posting videos, and then Mojang had a contest for Minecraft 1.3, which I am in Minecraft 1.3 right now. And, okay, that was good. And then I got a little crazy. I posted a rap video. So yeah, I know. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. I put some work into it, and definitely can tell I'm a first timer, but I was happy with it. And if you haven't seen it, hopefully, I mean, I really don't see why that won't be the introduction to my videos, because that's what I intended it for, the first part, and it's already recorded, so I'm sure it will be. But yeah, that's what's there. So I'd done all that, and then it's even still been longer since I posted a video, and there's actually a good reason. I'm thinking about putting like fences in there. Anyway, there's actually a good reason why it's been a long time since I posted it, and that is I upgraded my computer from Windows Vista to Windows 7. And, I mean, you can start commenting in the... There are always people sitting up there. You can start commenting in the comments if you want, I know. Vista is terrible. Well, it's not terrible, okay? And one of the reasons I hadn't upgraded was I wasn't really having any problems with it. But, Windows 7's better in every way. I get it. But I finally got around to upgrading because, I know Windows 8 is coming out very soon in October, but I'm not going to be an early adopter. I'm not going to really talk about that right now. And so I got a really good deal on Windows 7, in part because you can get Windows 8 for free right now, at least the trial of it. So, yeah, but I got a great deal on Windows 7. There were a few things that I felt were worth upgrading for, so I went ahead and did that. And so now I'm running Windows 7, but I had to back up everything on the computer, and I had to do the upgrade and install, Minecraft and everything else. So one of the things I thought I would talk about, though, in this episode is my computer equipment. And one of the things that I've done is I've filmed a lot of me collecting various Minecraft equipment using my mob grinder and enchanting things. And so while I play some of that footage, I'll do a voiceover. So there's going to be a warning that there's just going to be a voiceover, not live playing in a second, of me just talking about my computer setup. I'm really into computers, and so I'll talk about the computer that I use to record, both hardware and software, and everything else. So yeah, I guess I'll get started with that. Alright, so first let me add a couple other things. Number one, I am on a new computer now, so if the audio's bad or something's going on, I'm probably going to take another couple of episodes to adjust stuff. And secondly, one of the other delays that I had is something that I've talked about before. Kids, were out of school, and the family was open, so I was spending more time with the family, and that's another reason why I didn't get to record. So computer-wise, I build my own computers. I have for a very long time. I guess about 2 decades now, if I really come to think of it, which makes me sad to think I'm that old, but anyway. So yeah, I build my own computer, which makes me a PC guy, Windows guy, whatever. I talked about going to Windows 7. I have nothing against Mac. I just, well, I was a gamer for a long time, and I still am a gamer, and so you really didn't use Macs. And, building your own PC, you didn't use Macs either, because you can't really do that. Well, you can with Hackintosh, but, So anyway, the current computer I have, I built in December of 2008, which is now about 4 years old. Before that I'd built one about 5 years previously, but prior to really those stints, which are becoming more and longer, really you had to build a new one every couple of years if you wanted to stay up to date. But PCs have kind of gone to where they're lasting a little bit longer, so that's good. And the one that I built back in 2008 was a pretty good computer, and I'll probably put a link in the description if you just want a quick overview to a Realtime Soft multi-monitor gallery, where I have a picture of my setup and list some of the stuff on it. So right now I'm running Windows 7. I have on the system. The system is a Core i7 920 processor. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM. It's probably something that I would do a little different today, given YouTube editing and stuff. It was fine amount of RAM for what I was doing at the time, but today it's not really enough. And if I were building today, I'd build something differently. I wasn't really into video editing that much, just as a hobby. And now, well, I mean, this is still a hobby, but I'm doing this a lot more, so more RAM would make a difference. RAM is dirt cheap, but 6 gig has done me well for a while. I have an Antec P182 case. It's a silent case. I really like the case. I have an Asus P6T Deluxe motherboard, which has been pretty good. I had some problems with the onboard audio microphone jack going out, both the front and the back one, which quite honestly should have taught me a lesson about using onboard audio anyway. I really should have used my own card, but whatever. I should have had a separate card, but that's how it goes. Hard drive wise, I have a system drive, which is a Western Digital 300 gigabyte Raptor, which is a really good drive. 10,000 RPM, like it. And then I have a Western Digital 640 gig secondary drive. So 2 drives, but under a terabyte in total. Again, very, very painful for YouTube videos. Something that I would definitely change now. And I'd like to build a new computer, and I'm thinking about it, and I go out to my favorite sites like Tom's Hardware or Tech Report, both of them.com, and look at the system builds and stuff. I go to Newegg and put some stuff in the old shopping cart, but I haven't yet clicked the buy button. My eyes get big and I tend to price stuff pretty high. But anyway, graphics card wise, I have 2. I have a dual 4850 graphics cards by ATI that are in Crossfire. It's really done very good for me, but it is 3 generations old or so on the graphics cards. Plus, I think I'd go with NVIDIA for how well they work with, with some GPU rendering. But ATI, NVIDIA, whatever. I've kind of gone back and forth with them. I have a 750 watt power supply. I have just a DVD drive, which when I built it, I considered doing Blu-ray, and then I thought, well, if I wait, it'll, when I really need the Blu-ray in there, it'll be cheaper to buy it at that point. And that's true. I mean, they've gone way down since I built my computer in price and have gotten a lot better, but I've never really found a need to. I mean, the couple of times that I'd wanted to put one in wasn't really worth the effort. So I'm still with a DVD. I'd like to have a Blu-ray burner, but what are you going to do? I really think that's it with in the interior of the case. I talked about my monitors before. I have two monitors. Both of them are exact same 26-inch Samsung 1920 by 1200, which is the 16 by 10 aspect ratio. So not the 16 by 9 that YouTube likes and that everybody's going to, but I like it. You know, I'd like nicer monitors. You know, maybe the IPS panel ones. These are the TN panel and stuff, but you know, I just haven't gotten around to it. Obviously, the price is a barrier, and I actually read something, sorry, on codinghorror.com, if you've ever read that, where he talked about the Korean supply of 27-inch really nice IPS monitors. But, you know, anyway, I digress. I still haven't gone that route yet or spent that money. But, yeah, 26-inch monitors. I love big monitors. I actually thought about getting 30-inch monitors, two of them, when I was buying, but didn't like the price being like triple what I was paying already, and didn't like the very bad refresh rates, like 12 to 14 millisecond, which gaming kind of makes some amount of a difference. So anyway, I have a couple of Bose Companion 2 speakers, Bose AE headset. You know, I wouldn't probably go with Bose right now either, but they've been good to me, so whatever. I have a G5 mouse by Logitech. Again, it's been good. Kind of been, you know, iffy, and that was one of the reasons why I went to Windows 7. I wasn't sure if I was having driver problems or if the mouse was just going out. I mean, it is 4 years old. So I thought I was having some intermittent problems, so I thought Windows 7, load new drivers, see how that goes. Also, my mic adjustment wasn't really working that well under Vista, so that was another reason. So the mic I'm using, again, I said my internal mic port went out, so I got a USB mic. This is a Blue Yeti. I've used this to record all of my Let's Play videos since the beginning, and actually one of my other favorite Let's Players, Mitch Keeler, just talked about that he got this microphone. So you know, it's popular among a lot of YouTube recorders and stuff, but so that's the microphone I've been using for a while now. I have a Logitech illuminated keyboard, not terribly fancy, but I liked it because it was it didn't have very loud keys, because my computer area is kind of in a populated area in the house, but now because of the YouTube thing, it doesn't pick up too much on the way of keystrokes, so I think that's good too. So that basically covers the hardware that I use. If we jump right over into software, like I said, Windows 7. To record my Minecraft, I use Fraps. I don't have a lot of experience with anything else. I decided I wanted to try this YouTube thing with Minecraft, and did a search. A bunch of people were using Fraps. That's what I used. I got it. Worked well for me. So there you go. For video editing, I use Adobe Premiere Elements 8, which Premiere Elements has a version 10. Which has some nice upgrades, but every time I think about getting that and putting that into the shopping cart, what ends up happening is I look over at the student teacher version of Adobe Production Pro Premiere, you know, CS6. I mean, the real, you know, production, which includes Premiere Professional. CS6 includes After Effects, Photoshop, you know, all of the stuff together, and you know, so and that's not cheap. Even the student teacher version is not cheap. I saw it for like, it's usually about $400. I saw it a little bit cheaper the other day on Amazon, but not that much. And but anytime I look at spending $50 to $100 to get Premiere Elements 10, I just, you know, look over at the other one and think, we'll see if I can save up my shillings or whatever. I do qualify for the student teacher version, you know, with kids and you know, and whatever. But yeah, that's what I use. I'm liking it. Elements 8 is, you know, it's got its own little quirks, but I've been able to do what I think is a lot with it. I'd like to do more. I'd like to have a little bit better software there, but you know, that's okay, whatever. So For photo editing, I use GIMP. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a good open source software, but again, if I got Photoshop with the package, that would be good. I write down kind of script what I'm going to say sometimes, or what I'm going to talk about in Word. I don't know. I have I use Chrome and Firefox usually to browse the web. I don't know what else to talk about software-wise exactly, but yeah, that is what really is on my computer. That's what I really use. Obviously, like I've talked about, there are things I do differently now, 4 years later, which would be to be expected. And, I really am kind of on the verge of maybe doing something upgrade-wise. Obviously, I just did this software, but, we'll see. I just, I really like computers. That's kind of those are the things that I use day to day to do this YouTube thing, and day to day to play games and everything else. Maybe I'll talk about games in a future episode. Maybe I'll talk about Minecraft, and that. I don't know. Minecraft, obviously, I'm using the latest version of Minecraft. I don't really do mods. You haven't seen me do a texture pack. That's probably another whole subject, but texture pack wise, what I find is I kind of like the vanilla, but at the same time, even if I were to pick texture packs to install, some people would like the texture pack, some people wouldn't. Even some people like texture packs or don't, but even the ones that do like them, they don't like the same one. So I'd never find something everybody agreed on, so I just use vanilla. The only mods I have installed are Multishot and Cam Studio, which I used for the time lapses. Really like the vanilla Minecraft. So yeah, I mean that's that's what I'm working with here. I think that about does it. Hopefully, like I said, there was a background was the enchanting stuff. I'm having to build up an arsenal here for going to the end, and I did a lot of mob grinding. I found that on the mob grinders, if I let about 180 mobs, 175, 180 mobs between the spider and zombie spawner build up, which didn't really take that long, maybe 10-15 minutes, then that would give me enough levels to get to 30 levels and do a full level enchant. So I think that's just about it for me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, learning a little bit about my computer. Obviously some things to talk about for future episodes, but also I'm really I'm looking forward to having been back. I know it's been a while, like I said, and kind of told you why. I'll try to do a little bit more posting and get some videos up, and we will continue with this YouTube thing as promised. So and again, I hope you like the rap song. If you haven't seen the full thing, take a look, and I will see you next time. How is that I end this? Oh, yeah. Have a good evening, day, night.